Today I'm going to do a what I eat in a day skincare edition. I did a video based on my Botox-free skincare routine, and in that I spoke about how food makes all the difference. Just like abs are made in the kitchen, your skin being plump, juicy, and vibrant is also made in the kitchen. It's like 80% diet and 20% skincare products. So I wanted to show you a variety of foods that I eat during the day, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and maybe some cheeky snacks in between. There are so many foods and ingredients that we can incorporate into our day that can help with collagen production. So I'm going to show you how I incorporate them into some really simple meals. First thing that I do is have my CCF tea or hot water and lemon. Coriander seeds, cumin, and fennel seeds are known as an Ayurvedic trio. Like, they are the queen of all spices. When you wake up in the morning, your stomach has been digesting food for probably the first half of your sleep. And then the second half, our body actually spends detoxing, removing toxins from all parts of our body, our organs, our blood. And so to help release them, this tea is brilliant. And the spices are so great for collagen production and hydration. So such a great blend. This tea is so simple. I basically add in a cup of water or however much water you want to drink in the morning. And then usually for one person, I'll just do like a heaped teaspoon of it. And then I just wait for it to boil a couple of times. Usually letting it boil allows the spices to release all its flavor and nutrients into the water. So you can either strain the seeds out of here or you can keep them whole. I kind of like chewing on them, so I usually keep them in. Also, reminder to use a pot that has a little spout. I always do this and I forget, and then I'm pouring this tea all over the place. So this is not going to be, I'm going to try. Ready? Oh, not bad. Oh no, if only you could see how much was dripping, but we did it. And you know, if you don't like drinking it hot, you can honestly steep it throughout the day and drink it in little sips. You can create like a liter full and then just sip on it throughout the day, as long as it's just 1 teaspoon of it. I mean, having more of it's not going to be an issue, but I usually use a teaspoon, and you can even just steep it like this and then add more water to it and drink it throughout the day cold. I don't recommend having it iced because cold water actually messes up your digestion. And when I don't feel like making this tea, I'll just squeeze some hot lemon into my hot water and drink that instead. And we cannot deny the gut-skin connection. The happier your gut is, the healthier your skin is going to be. I always find that if my gut is not right, my skin flares up, or I get spots, or if I haven't eaten the right things, if I have oily foods or foods that are high in sugar, my skin will tell me straight away. I have really been on a chia hype lately. I have been trying to master the best texture of chia pudding, and honestly, I think I've done it. I try to avoid having glucose spikes in the morning, so I usually don't have a sweet breakfast, but recently I've been having this chia pudding, and chia is meant to be phenomenal for your skin. So I found a way to kind of go around that by increasing the amount of fiber and protein that also goes into this meal. So it avoids a little sugar spike in the morning. Okay, so I actually soaked this chia pudding overnight, and I soaked it in a little bit of water, but I use quite a bit of almond milk in this. You kind of need it to make it the nice runny texture. This is too thick. I actually prefer it a lot thinner than this. So the trick I've learned, because chia seeds actually clump together so easily, I use a whisk to break it all up. And you'll probably have to add quite a bit of milk the next day, like I am now. This is usually how runny I like it. This is the texture that I really like. And then I just add in a little bit of cinnamon, or a lot of cinnamon, some vanilla extract. And if you want just a little bit of monk fruit syrup, or if you want maple syrup, you can, but I use the monk fruit one just because I don't want to have sugar in the morning. Mix it all up. Chia seeds are actually so great. They are rich in omega-3, so great healthy fats for your skin, and increase hydration in the body. So really nice thing to start your morning with. I kind of stole this from a place that I used to eat chia seed pudding from, and I realized they make it way too expensive, so I'm going to try it at home. And it's this chocolate avocado mousse type thing that I put underneath. Oh my gosh, it is so delicious. It really makes this chia pudding the best chia pudding. I literally look forward to eating this every single morning because of this combination that I've created. So I usually batch make this because I've made a lot of chia, and it lasts me pretty much at least a couple of days, if not the whole week. Put in a whole avocado. Avocado, again, rich in healthy fats. And that's one thing that I've learned through eating for my skin, is healthy fats are so key. And then for sweetness, I either add in like half a pear, or I don't have pear today, so I'm adding in just a little bit of banana. like half a banana. Then I throw in some cocoa. And by the way, cocoa powder is so rich in antioxidants, which is so good for your skin. Now you know that chocolate is something that you can have in the morning and it is beneficial for you. And then I just add a little bit of almond milk to bring it all together. It is literally so yummy. You can even keep some aside to have as a little dessert after dinner. The healthiest, most yummiest dessert. And then I soak some nuts. I really prefer having nuts and dried fruits soaked. It's just easier to digest. Hemp seeds. All of these things are rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, all the vitamins and minerals that's required for your skin to just feel at its best. So there it is. Beautiful little chia pud. Let's give it a go, shall we? Ooh. Thank you, God, for this delicious meal we're about to eat. Yep. Everything I dreamed of. The topping of the dried fruit and nuts really adds something. Okay, so for lunch, I like to keep it quick because I don't have time to be cooking up a storm in the middle of the day during work. So I've been making this recently and I really have been enjoying it. Super simple. So I put some yogurt into a bowl or a plate. Literally just yogurt by itself. It's perfect. This is basically, in my culture, we have something called chaat. Now, chaat basically means like a mix of a whole lot of stuff. And usually it has a yogurt base. So what I've done is kind of adapted it for it to be a little bit healthier and have all the things for my skin. So cucumber actually has something called silica in it. Silica actually helps to promote the elasticity of our skin, boost collagen production. So I like to make sure I've had it at least like once a day. It doesn't have to be chopped pretty, it just needs to be chopped. And then celery for the crunch. You know, celery is just so juicy, it's so hydrating. I think it's something like at least 80% water, if not more. And they always say like celery juice is just phenomenal for your gut health and for your skin. So I always like to add celery into this. And then I have some chickpeas for protein. I throw on some cucumber, some celery, the chickpeas. And then you're probably like, oh my God, that looks so boring and so tasteless. And that's where chili lime seasoning comes in, or a little bit of tahini, or what a difference it makes. Just a little bit of that on top. And one thing I always keep in the fridge is a chutney. This is a cilantro chutney and I have the recipe on my website. It is just amazing. It's zesty, it's herby, and herbs are just like spices. They are phenomenal for our skin. And so I always like to have as many fresh herbs in my food as possible. I'll probably add some fresh cilantro to this too. So I'm gonna just drizzle a little bit of this over it, a few dots here and there. And then usually they have these deep fried crispy things when you make chaat. I've been using these seed crackers and honestly, they do such a good job. You just always need something crunchy when it comes to stuff like this. All the textures. Collagen is actually a protein in our body. And so having chickpeas and lentils and tofu and beans, all the things that actually have protein in them can help to boost the production of our collagen too. So I always make sure there's some sort of protein in my meal. And the last thing I add on top of this, which honestly makes it so much better, are some pickled veggies. Now, fermented foods and pickled veg are so good for your gut. It really feeds the microbiome in your gut. The happier your gut is, the happier your skin is. So to top it all off, I throw on some pickled veg anywhere and everywhere. And honestly, that's it. I look forward to this all the time. It is such, I made that chutney quite spicy, to be honest. Such a good lunch. For dinner, we're making a stuffed sweet potato. And my sweet potato is bacon. I'm gonna show you this delicious veggie filling. And then I do a creamy dill dressing. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I have chopped up some cabbage and I've chopped up some carrots over here and some zucchini right here. And then the last thing I'm gonna add in, or the last two things, kale, packed with nutrients. You know, any bitter veggies or leafy greens are so good for your skin and also help to purify toxins out. Last thing is some bell pepper, some flavor. At the end of the day, the one thing you just have to remember is that the more colors on your plate, the better. More colors you have on your plate means you have more vitamins and minerals, because every single colored veggie has different vitamins and minerals in it. And that's what's so beautiful about nature, is that it literally shows you how to get a variety of vitamins and minerals just through the colors of the veggies and fruits. And the more diversity you have, the better it is for your gut microbiome. just a great way of knowing whether you are getting it all in is just by color on your plate. So every single time you go to the grocery store, you're buying things, try shopping that way, but also try new things. For today, I'm actually gonna stuff it with some tofu. I'm gonna crumble it up with these veggies, saute it. I like to cook with avocado oil, so a little zhuzh of that. And then we're just gonna add in all of our veggies to saute. That's 5 veggies in this one dish. I'm gonna add in some spices, a little coriander powder, and if you want to, you can add in a little taco seasoning. I'm gonna make it Mexican. You can add in some crumbled tofu here if you want a little bit more protein. I'm actually avoiding tomatoes in here for a reason. I actually love adding tomatoes to stuff like this, but sometimes nightshades like tomatoes can cause a bit of inflammation in the skin and the body. And so for that reason, I'm gonna show you how you can make this without. You can also leave the bell peppers out if that is something you wanna do too. You can honestly add in lentils here if you want and cook it down. This looked nice, and then I just add like a sauce on top of it. This looks so delicious already. Put in as much of the veggies as you want. And then I made this creamy dill dressing. Should we give it a go? Oh my gosh. That's actually divine. Like, so delicious. You just taste all the flavors of the veggies, the herbs, and the sweet potato. It's like a little warm hug for your belly. So I hope these recipes were useful in showing you how easy it is to eat for your skin. And if you've got any recipes, I'd love to hear about them. Leave them in the comments. And let me know if you try them. And tag me in all your pictures. I would love to see what you guys come up with. Sending you so much love, and thanks for watching.